Good morning, world. Good morning, world. We are in Amsterdam. Early morning, man. And a lot of people have been asking me about this for a long time. So I've been wanting to make this video, but I feel like it's never been a better time to make it than now. It's crazy how the world works out. I'm actually on tour right now. We just performed in London. We did about 15 cities before that, and we actually got 2 more. We doing Amsterdam, and then we got Germany after this. But after that, then the tour is done. But a lot of people ask me so much about being a professional musician, and it's crazy because I give a lot of people a lot of answers, and I always help people out. That's my thing. I love helping people out, bro. Like wealth is wisdom, and wisdom is wealth. So passing stuff down like that only really shares the blessing. So I'm never really stingy with my answers on how to make it in the music industry, but it's I never really fully going to death, because at the end of the day, this is a business, bro. And people see the music industry, whether it's rap or whatever, they can just jump in and make a song and be successful. And it's what people don't understand is it really takes a lot of money, a lot of hours, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of energy to put things in the music industry, even for yourself, into motion. So one of the first things I really want to kind of talk about for everybody, bro, is so many people ask me about the Grammys and the Recording Academy and how all of that works, and how I got into it. And it's a long story, bro. It's a lot. It's not really a long story, but it's really a lot, bro. And you look at it like that. Basically, the Recording Academy is the foundation that gives out the Grammys. The Recording Academy is like a group. I almost want to say it's not a fraternity because it is men and women, but it's a very secret, high renowned group that basically, they're the peers of professional musicians who vote for, who wins the Grammys. So when people be like the Grammys is rigged and this and that, it's really not, bro. It's all the people that's in the academy that, that vote for each other. So with that being said, it's one of those things that it's just you kind of got to understand the politics of the music industry, before you speak on things you don't know. And I never, hold that against people, but I hear it all the time, the Grammys is rigged, this and that, but it's really not. People don't know. And it's not nobody's job to know that's not in the industry, My bad, I'm not picking my nose, I promise. Ow. But so with the Recording Academy, bro, it's wild, people understand that, I be at the Grammys a lot, bro. I've been at the Grammys a lot, and believe it or not, the first few years that I actually went, I wasn't invited, bro. I was just there. I knew where it was at, and I knew kind of the rules of how it worked, but I wasn't actually in the Recording Academy until last year. This is my actual first year, 2025, being invited with actual invitation. And for the first few years of me always being at the Grammys, it takes me back to the saying, fake it till you make it. But the thing is, we wasn't faking it. We were just putting ourselves in alignment with the right people at the right time. It was always about just being there, being in the mix, shaking people's hands. Because if you know where the Grammys is at, and I'm not gonna just let people know where it's at. You got to do your own research. But I would find out where it was at, and then dress the part, pull up to the front, and just talk to people, shake people's hands. You know what I'm saying? And after years and years of doing that, it paid off in a way that's unexplainable, bro. And shout out to all the homies in the Recording Academy. Shout out to Miss, oh my goodness, I have so many people in the Academy, but shout out to Miss Davenport specifically for answering my questions over the years, helping me get everything prepared professionally to be in the Academy. But, it's just one of those things, bro. You kind of got to do a lot of research. You got to understand, it's truly all politics, bro. It's a business, man. And if you're not involved in it on that tip, bro, you're never gonna succeed on that side, So knowing that, you got to just do your research, bro. You got to do a lot of reading. You got to understand what the Recording Academy wants from you as a musician. There's a lot of ways to get in the Recording Academy. You got to, you could be a producer, you could be an engineer, you could be an artist, but to be an artist in the Recording Academy, you're held to a very high standard. So knowing that, it's just one of those things know your game, bro. It's you want to be in the NBA, the NFL, you got to spend a lot of time practicing, bro. You want to go on tours, you want to be charting on Apple Music, you got to do your research, you got to have a team in place, you got to have everybody doing their job, and that's how progress and products are pushed out, you know what I'm saying? And progress is made, bro. I'm not a one-man show, bro. I got a huge team, and my team expands from just beyond my city, past my state, honestly out the country, bro, because I have so many people working and contracted, working with me to make things happen, bro. It's people see the result and think it's just me and that it just happens super fast, and it's nah, bro, a lot of this stuff took years. Even this tour, I'm gonna put y'all in on a little bit of game that I don't just tell people. This tour, like I said, I'm in Amsterdam right now. We just did London last week. Shout out to London, shout out to United Kingdom, shout out to all of Europe, bro. There's so much love over here. You see, I'm in the middle of Amsterdam streets about to go get some smoke. But this tour, you know, I did about 20 cities, bro, and it's a few that we didn't put on the actual list. It's a few extras that we popped up to. It's a few that we had to switch around, cancel, move around. But you know, I'm self-funding this whole tour, bro. You know, people think I'm signed to a label. I'm not. My label is me. My label is my team, my people. You know, everything that we put together. However we put the money together, we get it. But it's like a tour, you know, across multiple cities. Let alone across, you know, countries. You know, it's a very steep investment, bro. And I'll give y'all a ballpark of what this 4-month tour cost me. I'm not gonna tell you the exact, but it was over $20,000, and that's all my own money. Like, I have sponsors, yes, I have investors, yes, but it's like at the end of the day, everybody gotta benefit off of what they're investing into you or your business or whatever. I swear it's not a booger, it's like a nose hair. Ow, and I can't pull it. Ow. I'm not redoing this video, so y'all gonna get to see the real me on this one. That shit hurt. But yeah, bro, it's truly one of those things, like, you know, you invest in yourself and it pays back. And it's how hard you invest and how hard you go behind your investment is how big it pays back, though. You know, like I said, we did this. We're over here overseas now in these last couple days, and it's truly incredible, bro, just to have the opportunity to do this all off of hustling. You know, I don't have a job. I don't have a job. I work 25/8. Like, I have businesses, I have my own companies and stuff like that, but I don't work for anybody else. I work for myself. So, you know, even doing that, it's even harder because it's like I still have a family. I got bills to pay. I got stuff I got to pay. And then on top of that, I'm putting together an over $20,000 tour. So, you know, just knowing that, you know, that's why people say, you know, respect or like support isn't always buying stuff from artists. You know, it's reposting their stuff, sharing the love, spreading the message, bro. So I truly do appreciate everybody who be like rocking with me on all my journeys. Like I said, this is my new YouTube, bro. I'm not making no more YouTube. This is gonna be my last one. This is just, we're not gonna put no actual like music on here so we don't get any copyright strikes. This is gonna be just a lot of behind the scenes and just, you know, Q&A and interviews and stuff like that, you know. But all my music, you know, y'all can go to Spotify, YouTube, just type in Jordann Dwayne. That's Jordan with 2 N's, Dwayne on everything. But you know, being a music industry professional is definitely it's a lot of work, but it's really rewarding at the same time. You know, I'm not really 100% focused on just being a superstar worldwide. I don't care about that. Like, I got so many businesses and we got so much motion with the businesses, you know, and figuring out what I want to do with my music, which is basically get it placed in important places. Like, that's all I care about. As long as the money's coming in, you know, being famous is awesome. You know, traveling the world, seeing people, shaking people's hands, you know, fame comes, bro, when you just handle your business correct. So it's not about me wanting to be famous. Like, that just kind of comes with it, bro. So knowing that and accepting that is just one of those things. But, you know, shout out to the Recording Academy for sure, for believing in me and, you know, watching me over the years and watching me grow and truly pushing me to be the best musician that I can be. You know, shout out to my whole team, bro. Shout out to everybody who supported, anybody who's ever bought a shirt, bought a, you know, streamed a song, anything like that. You know, everybody matters. You know, I met people 15 years ago, I'm 31 now, I met people 15 years ago that still listen to my music, everything I drop, you know, and I met people, you know, like months ago that they're just the biggest fans, you know. You find people online, bro, that support you, that'll support you more than family has supported you your whole life. Like, you never know where your support's gonna come from. You never know where your big break's gonna come from. So it's all about staying consistent and investing in yourself and honestly staying mentally healthy, physically healthy. You know, we over here in Amsterdam, like I said, and it's crazy. Actually had to wake up this morning and do a kidney detox. I have like a weird kidney stone thing sometimes, and yeah, it definitely tried me this morning. But shout out to my boys. They went up to the store for me, got me some stuff. You know what I'm saying? We gotta work together as a team, bro. Being successful is all about a team, bro. And even like I said, with being in the Recording Academy and going on tours and dropping albums and anything like that, it's a team effort, bro. You can't do everything yourself as a musician. Like, you just cannot do it. You want to focus on being creative, so you want somebody around you who does your marketing. You want somebody around you who edits your videos. You want somebody around you who schedules all your content to post. Like, you don't need to be focused on that. You need to be focused on being creative and being an artist. That's the best thing about being an artist, is getting to be an artist. Hire everybody around you to do what they need to do, and then you get to do what you want to do. You know, that's truly how that works out the best. So I hope this inspires somebody. You know, I don't make stuff for the world. I make stuff for certain people, and you know, the certain people that see it, I love y'all to death. And I hope this inspires somebody who wanted to get in the Recording Academy, you know, and it inspires a future member. And if you see this and I don't know you, and in 5 years, you know, you see me at the Grammys or you see me in the street somewhere and you're like, bro, you helped me get in the Recording Academy, just come up and give me a hug, bro. I show love to everybody, bro, because life is all about love and energy. Amsterdam is beautiful, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, we about to go have fun today. We're gonna go smoke some good gas, you know. Y'all watching my tour vlogs. This pop up 5 years later and you see it and you're trying to figure out how to get in the Recording Academy, run all these videos back. You see your boy and you see how big things done gotten. Like I said, I'm 31 now, bro. I've been doing music since I was like, honestly, since I was like 5, I was in choir, but then I started like recording like rap and stuff like that when I was 14, 15, and I just honestly switched over to rock like full time about 3-4 years ago, and it's been about the best thing I've ever done. So just knowing that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, believe in yourself, take chances on yourself, invest everything in yourself, because even if you lose, do it again and you're gonna win. And if you lose again, do it again, you're gonna win the next time. Don't ever give up on what you want, because at the end of the day, living life with regret is way worse than living life, you know, knowing you tried something and it failed, and you tried, you know, and it didn't work, and you tried again. Compared to you not doing it all, regret is heavy, bro. So shout out to everybody watching this. Shout out to all my subs, bro. Shout out to everybody, bro. We're gonna be making this channel turn up. We're gonna be doing so much stuff on this page, you know, from just music stuff to the business stuff, but it's all the real Jordann D. This is real me, baby. This is really me, and I'm really here for y'all. I love you so much. Whoever watching this, follow your dreams, keep chasing your dreams, go anywhere in the world you believe you can go, because if you believe it, you deserve it, and if you deserve it, you're gonna get it, baby. Let's go.